I'm interested in your course. What's it about?
Holding Families is about substance misuse and parenting and the effects that your substance misuse has on your children.
It helps like with parenting and parenting skills and stuff. And it also concentrates on like substance misuse and the effects it has on the children. And it also helps deal with mental health without turning to drugs or alcohol.
Let's take a step back to when you first started. How were you feeling about it?
Intrigued. Thought I could learn how to be a better parent.
Well, I was very nervous coming at the beginning, but I'm getting a lot more confident now as I'm getting to know the people and mixing a little bit.
And I was feeling hopeful, really. But I think that I thought that I didn't really need the course, or not that I didn't need the course, but that the course probably wouldn't be for me because my children were grown up.
What did you hope to get out of it? Anything worry you?
Well, to stop drinking as much, hopefully to get my daughter back home and to be able to cut down the anxiety and mix in groups a little bit.
Yeah, I hope to get out of it a better understanding of how my substance misuse has affected my children, and I also hope to get out of it as the start of a dialogue between myself and my daughter.
Just some new knowledge so I could pass it on to the children and we could work better as a family.
But I'm curious, which sessions have touched you the most?
Definitely the one about the effects that when adults and parents drink, and the effects that it has on young children and how it makes them feel. It makes you feel very guilty and it really makes you think about what you're doing, really.
When we did a session about how the damage that all the different drugs, which is all the different drugs or substances were most damaging to your children, and I think what came out to me is you couldn't put it in order. They were all damaging, and children shouldn't have to deal with any of it, which obviously I knew, but I did think some things were worse than others. And
doing a wanted picture for a job application for being a parent and what we would ask other people. A job application, for example, 24 hours on call, cook, cleaning, stuff like that.
What have you learned? Any new skills?
I think I've learnt a bit more about myself, I think. Myself as a parent and how that's impacted on my children over the years.
How to be patient, teach your children right from wrong, and moving forward from things with life.
This course is about change. What changes have you noticed in yourself?
My self-esteem's obviously improved. I'm a happier person. And I'm calmer. My mood's a lot calmer. I can deal with stressful situations without flipping out now. I can deal with them calmly. And they don't linger anymore. I can deal with it and then carry on with my day. Which is something I've never been able to do before.
More aware of my behaviour, more aware of my answers with the children.
Group work was another thing that I hated doing. I thought I was never a team player and this, that and the other, but yeah, I'm definitely a better team person now, and I can work well as a group and a team, whereas before I was very on my own.
I've learned to change the ways of my behaviour, so be staying clean for my family and being the best person I can be for my children.
The main things I've personally noticed are the fact that I'm a lot calmer, I can deal with stressful situations a lot better, I'm more positive and I'm more confident.
Any changes you noticed at home? Give me an example.
Putting boundaries for my children. Boundaries always need to be put in place so you can teach your children what's right and what's wrong.
It's just me and my son. I found that I've been sitting down and talking to him more and communicating with him more.
It's not really changed my home life because I live alone and my children are growing up now.
What 3 words best describe what you have got from this course?
Probing.
Understanding,
Learning,
progress,
confidence, acceptance.
self-forgiveness.
What would you say to someone who's coming on to the next course?
You might not think it's for you, you might not think that you should be here, you might think that this all doesn't apply to you. Whatever your situation, you can get something out of this course. Just if you're a parent, just sitting with other parents and discussing parenting and good parenting is a beneficial thing for any parent.
You will get a lot out of it. Even though we think as parents, even though I've got 3 children, you think you know everything, which nobody knows everything about parenting, and there's always something to learn.
Have a go at it, even if you don't feel like it. And the more groups you go on and the more things you do, the better you start to feel. And just to not give up really, because things normally work out in the end.
And I would urge you to do the course. I think you'll get a lot out of it.